entertain him until
Okay.
my nip out.
Is it live?
No.
Grant, come quickly. It's 8 o'clock.
I can do it until he gets in. I don't have to leave just yet. I have to change her name.
I had to, because I look at online church, and for some reason our names on the online church thing also changed to the app thing, so I couldn't really comment on the church stuff as Natalie or Nats Laugh a Lot. That was just wrong.
So what's your name?
It's Natalie Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just my name and
Yeah.
myself.
Alright, he's live. Arthur's back in.
Is it live?
You barely eat anything. Don't eat your food. I ain't even getting that much.
Mike is in the restroom. He got stuck. He flushed the toilet and his balls went down. Was trying to pull him out. Give him a second.
Is he live?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
live. We're live right now.
So he went live, and then he went to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be in though.
Sounds
He'll-
about right. Sounds about right.
Okie dokie. I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that.
Don't be on mute.
Okay, so now what I gotta do is I gotta try and work on this and see if it's going to work. Okay. This is what I'm working on today. I'm finishing this up. And fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure which way we can look at this. This has been a pain in the backside, so I'm going to just set it down here and leave it alone. And I'm going to go back to working on what I do best, paper engineering. Welcome, everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend. Get that. Why are those out there? I don't know. Anyway, nice to see everybody. How you doing? I had a really extremely busy weekend. Never slowed down all weekend. It was kind of traumatic in a certain way or another. Okay, you guys, let me see. I should probably show you what I've been doing. Now, this is the battery box for this piece right here. And it is going to go in here just like this. Now, this piece is the engine compartment. It's going on to the end of this way. Just like this.
Mike Rocket's in.
Howdy, Rocket. How you doing? Okay, wait a second. Aha, I had it backwards. Oh, I knew I had it. There we go. And so, anyway, this is where we're at right now with this. I've got a switch on this. I can turn the lights on and off. And the battery box will be in here like this so that I can just pull the battery box out. And I think I have to turn it up like that, though. Yeah, I do. Because of the way it has to come out of the back of this engine compartment. All right, now I should probably bring these up here and this up here because I've got to finish making these engines for this. Now, as you guys know, I used some different parts for these engines. I used this grill work right here out of an old heater. And that is this part here. Now, let's get this out of there, because I might need to show you guys some of this. Anyway,
DJ is in.
GJ, how do you do? Okay, let's...
Ernie is in as well.
Hi, Ernie. Welcome, you guys.
He wants to know, when did you first start going grey? What age?
What age did I start going gray at? Shoot, I don't know. A long time ago, probably 40. Anyway, that's what they're going to look like, you guys. These are going to be really good engines. So, yep. What, you want back in, Cat? Okay, come on. Well, stay in or go out. That's all there is to it. Okay, got that marked down now.
Ernie said it looks good on you. Just tell him it's executive silver.
Executive silver? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That works. All right, now what I have to do is I have got to go over and I have to pull up my my pictures on my laptop.
Pacific is in.
Who is?
Pacific.
Pacific. Nice to see ya.
TJ says he started going grey in his mid-20s, early 20s.
Oh,
His hair went from dark brown to black to now white at 56.
yeah, okay. Well, I tell you what, that happens. All right, so
People asking how you doing, Mike.
I am doing good, everybody. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. What I'm working on right now is I have to get, I have to build up these engines so that they look right.
You can see you must have been an engineer of some sort. You can do just about anything.
Yes, I can do just about anything, but that's because the Lord gave me some talents. But technically trained engineering, I am not. I had different engineering classes in junior high and high school, but I did not go to college for it. So I don't understand the math, and there's just stuff about the engineering field that I don't understand. But technically speaking, all kinds of stuff takes engineering to do. Well, all of those things that I have learned in my lifetime helped me to be able to engineer stuff. And I practice constantly, as you all know. I never quit learning. And so here I am, 72 years old, and I'm learning all kinds of new stuff. Like I'm learning how to wire this stuff now, which I never had that ability before. I couldn't get it. Well, because of Grant and other people that come into the show and have helped me out, I'm starting to figure this wiring stuff out so that these engines are going to look spectacular when they're done. Okay, so now what I need this over here. I don't need this one, it's too short. Oh, here's one. Yeah, that'd probably work. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a few of these. Okay. Because I have to start getting this stuff all, as you can see here, this is what I've got to do. I've got to get all of this stuff covered. This will be here. So I need to rubber band this in place. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't need two. I need one.
Yeah, you'll have to read, bud.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Now,
Miranda
Okay, now that is it. Okay, so I need 2 inches and 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 2 and 5/8. Okay, so we got 2 and 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Right there. And 2 and 5/8 right here. And 5/8. Now, these pieces of paper right now, I'm using, this is a grocery bag from a grocery store. Reason being is that this is heavier paper. I can pull it harder. It won't stretch so much like the junk mail does. Square that up just a little bit. And to make an engine look right, once it's painted, you have to have the little tiny details to make that work. All right, now what I have learned is by graduating your steps. Now, I always start from the wired end, because that way all of your different elevations of stuff that you're putting on here to make the engine look right will always start and finish at the same location. Okay, so what this is going to do, you can see here, I have junk mail. Now this here is the paper bag. Okay. All right, let's go over here. Come here, you.
People think it looks awesome.
Oh, thank you very much. Hey, just a second, and I'll show. As soon as I get this wrapped up on here, I'll show you some very cool that this has turned out to be one of the most interesting builds I've had so far. And it's a fiber optic build, and I'm using LEDs and some scavenged toy parts that I got from an old toy monster truck that I built the Halo Warthog body out of, or I should say chassis and wheels and tires. And now what happens is I have to roll this up on here, and hopefully it will go the way I want it to. And I have to stretch it because this one side is wanting to crawl away from what I'm doing. And sometimes you just have to work the stuff the best way you can and then fix it later when it dries. All right, now, okay, now I can show you what I want to show you. These pieces, see, there's a gap in here. All right, now what I will do is once this dries, I will slit this gap open, spread it apart, re-glue it, and put it back down. And what that causes is it causes that to disappear, so that when your engines, when you look at the end of your engines, they don't have a bunch of ripply, bumply stuff on it. Okay, so now I want to show you what's going on with this. Uh-oh, doggone it. Sorry, everybody. All right, let's do this. All right, now, light switch. This is what it's done. these three up here, the blue, the red, and the green, those are all, I got it, scavenged toy parts. They came out of a toy truck. All right, these are LEDs. But this is what it looks like with it all turned on. And now these ear guns are on turrets. So they will swivel into place, but because they're fiber optic, they will continue to work. That light source changes. I kind of like that. I didn't know that's what it was going to do. But anyway, why are those not showing up very well? What in the heck is going on with that? Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I didn't have it facing right. But anyway, that's what it's working. Having light switches on this stuff, very important. And I wasn't able to do it before. Didn't know how. And learned more every time I've worked with this stuff. Now there's the battery box. I'll show you this. This is kind of cool. I built this to go over the 9-volt battery, just like that. Now, this gives me something to glue into back here. And so that's something I'll be working on as well, is getting this glued into the center of this chassis. Matter of fact, I could probably do that right now. All right, that has to glue in there just like that.
Mike, did you say the lights are not bright?
Oh, I just didn't have the angle on it right. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, the lights are fine. Yeah, I just didn't have it lit up correctly as far as aiming the fiber optics at the screen. Okay, so this is what I have to do. This has to go in here. But now it can't just sit down on the bottom of this. I mean, it could.
Kelsey just sent you tapping the seal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the seal. And so what I have to do now is I have to figure out, okay, now take the battery out of this thing. And quarter inch. And I think that is a quarter inch. All right, so now we take some of this recycled paper, and I need a quarter inch piece. I probably have some buried around here, but I don't spend the time to look for it when I have the show. So we're going to do a quarter inch. And for all you metric folks, that would be 6 millimeters. Okay.
So he just sent you 100.
Thank you for the 100. Thank you all for your support and for your help in the show. Thank you for being good human beings, you guys. We need to start being the human race. There's so much conflict today, and I don't know if we can change the attitudes of people or not. It would be nice, but I don't know. So,
Someone else sent you a high five.
oh, thank you for the high five. And with what I teach you how to do, you have to build everything. All right, you can buy model kits. Oh yeah, that's easy enough. But you can only make what's in that model kit. If you take and learn how to do what I teach you how to do, you can make anything you want. And just a second, let me get this locked into place and I'll show you what I mean. I always keep my fingers very clean because I have learned that you can be putting something on. If you got a little bit of glue on your fingers, it'll stick to your fingers before it'll stick where you want it to go. Now I want this to be fairly heavy. So I will put 3 or 4 pieces of 1/4 inch on this. But before that, I'll show you what you can do. You might be into animals or bugs or things like that. Well, you can build anything you want once you learn how to do this. This dragonfly was made with iris petals. And when did I make this thing? 2019. So this is what, 6 years old? And you might like to make swords and things, all right? I'm working on Sting from Lord of the Rings. That's what these are going to be. I have not got them done yet, as you can tell.
Have you figured out the glow in the dark paint yet, Mike?
I think so. I just don't know. I've never taken it in the back room here to see if it's going to work. I put like 6 coats of paint on this thing. Let's see if it works. Well, honestly, I don't think it works. I might have to put 6 more coats on it. I don't know. But anyway, that's the way that goes. But this is Michonne's katana from The Walking Dead, and Negan's bat, Lucille. All right, you might be into Hot Wheels cars or toy cars, things like that. I built this DeLorean. Out of paper and a little bit of metal. Doesn't matter what it is. Might be a Star Wars fan. This is the escape ship from Hoth Transport. But this is a compound bend. It goes this way, plus it goes this way. All right? Those are the hardest to make out of paper. Straight shots, much easier, let me tell you. Making a ball, not very easy. Okay. Now, back to what I was doing. Hey, you guys.
Mike,
Yes?
Mike, just hold your left hand in front of the camera. I want to see something.
Was that good enough?
Okay. Yeah, no, it's I thought it was because you moved your stuff around because you usually fetch that stuff from the other side. So I thought it was finally showing you correctly, but it's not. It's still backwards.
It's still backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I did all kinds of stuff with this camera. I even went to Verizon and said, why am I mirrored on everything? And they said, well, you just got to turn this off. And we did that. Didn't work. Oh, well, maybe we got to turn this on and this off. And it didn't work. And so Verizon couldn't help me. And Eddie, he didn't help me. We tried. And so the whole thing is, guess what? The phone is mirrored, everybody. So this is my left hand. This is my right hand. And so as long as y'all can remember that, we're good. Okay, where was that piece of paper? That was that mellows. No, that's not it. What did I do with that? It was right here. Oh. It's amazing how I can lose stuff. There it is. Right in front of me. But it's all paper. It like blends in. Okay, so I need more of these. Yeah, right. Whenever I'm cutting long straightaways, I like to be very accurate, and so I use these scissors for doing all my small work. I use these for anything long that I have to cut, because the deal is,
Says, how you doing?
who said that?
Stonks. Stonks.
Stonks? I'm doing good, Stonks. I hope you had a good weekend. And so, where I'm starting, see, now when I put this at the tip of my scissors, it makes the scissors cut straight down that line. If you do not do that, the scissors will wander around. It's the nature of, as you squeeze, they do this. But if you do that little trick with running it down the line, what will happen is you will have a much better application. Okay, let's see this. That one's too narrow. Okay. I am going to put 4 of these together. 4 1/4-inch pieces glued together like this for each side of the battery box. And then I will test fit it once it's dry and see how well it actually goes in there. But I can't test fit it until I get both sides glued on. So in other words, I've got to glue this on here, then I have to glue another one over to here, and then I have to slide it in very gently to see if it'll fit. Now, if it doesn't fit, then I have to take and sand down the edges a little bit to get it to work. But once it'll slide into place, then I have to put the 2 pieces on the sides of the battery box. Now, these are shorter, of course. These are 1/4-inch. These are going to be about 3/8. And it's just fabrication, you guys. That's all this is fabricating with paper. And it takes a little bit to learn it. If you get a $2.98 bronze membership, there's tutorials on how to make micro machines there. I highly recommend going that route because it's cheap for school. You know, it doesn't. $2 a month, $3 a month for lessons, and then come to the show, and I can help you with more stuff. And so, all of this building, it's just like making these egg ornaments. You have to just start with an eggshell, and you get it hollowed out, and the egg dropped out of it, and then you go to doing some more. You start, putting the sequins, the paint job on it, and the jewelry chain. Now, I get all my jewelry chain from thrift stores. Anytime I go past a thrift store and I got an extra 10 minutes, I'll stop in and I'll look at their jewelry. And there's pendants and earrings and all kinds of cool stuff at these thrift stores. And if I see something very unique, okay, number 1, this stuff, the jewelry chain, I just got that like a week ago. This piece, this was an earring, a jade earring. Well, I'm building it into an egg because there was only one earring. you know, it's real tough. Well, for a woman, it's very tough to have one earring in. It doesn't look right.
Ernie says, did you hear about the man who ran through a screen door? He stranded himself.
He's stranded. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Now, this is layer number 4. And I have learned over years of building that 4 layers of paper glued together, it makes like plywood. Okay, and so your build is going to be exceedingly strong. Now,
Someone says they play instrument and they really enjoy this art.
oh, that's fantastic. Now, this piece, okay, this edge here, why am I sanding this edge? Well, the reason I'm doing that is this is what I'm gluing onto here. And I want it to stay as absolutely flat onto this as I can get it, because it attaches better, stronger. You don't have to worry about it breaking loose. And I want to put it as close to center as I can get it. And if you do not sand these, what happens is if you got a little bit paper is long on this side, it's over here, when you glue it, it'll tend to roll over and fall over. So I have learned how to mitigate small accidents just by fixing certain parts. Now, if you're building model kits, those things are already done for you because the model is injection molded. When you injection mold stuff, it tends to be exactly how the designer built that part. There are those. Now what I do is I'm checking this to see how close it is. Oh, it's really close. Okay, so once this completely dries, then what I can do is I can sand the top edges to where it'll just slide in just perfectly into this. Because this is your mounting point for your battery box. All right, just like in a car, your battery box is mounted to the frame, more than likely.
Tell them about the membership and perks, Mike.
Uh-oh. Everybody, if you get a bronze membership, and there, that is the way that looks. A bronze membership, $2.98. Now you can get gold and silver as well, because you get different tutorials with bronze. With the gold and silver. Uh-oh, come here, you. Don't be falling in there. Aw. There we go. Anyway, with your memberships, you also get to go to our Discord site. And Discord is where you can post pictures of what you make. Now, I'm holding on to this right now because I don't want it to move around. I want to see what I have to do to get this measured up right. That is...
Well, it just sent you $7 Canadian. It says Derek Eddy and Nat sent this.
Aw, thank you, Rocket, very much.
He says they forced me.
They forced you. Doggone it, Rocket, don't listen. 1, 2, 3 eighths. 1, 2, 3 eighths. So 3 eighths is a little too small, but I'm going to work on that a little bit. So while this is drying on here, I'm going to cut some more pieces. Now it says 3 eighths was just a little bit, so I'm going to make it just a little bit wider than 3 eighths. of an inch, like a 32nd on each side, because that should give me enough extra to where I can sand it down and it'll fit perfectly inside that chassis.
The Indiana Jones of paper.
Well, thank you very much. Say, everybody, all of you that have gone to the paperarmy.net or our Discord site, if you need a web page built, get a hold of Grant. He's in the show every day. He is a fantastic designer. And if you need a web page built, talk to Grant. Especially if you go to the paperarmy.net and you check it. Oh, everybody, and our Discord site. Grant built those. And thank you all for supporting our people.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. There's only 2 more days that you can vote for the Pacific Rim Jaeger. If you go to paperarmy.net, you can vote for the fan build that you want to see built. Aliens is not doing well, neither is the Battlestar Galactica. But the Jaeger from Pacific Rim and the Titanic are in the lead. So, fan build 2026 will be, I'm not sure yet.
The Pacific Rim says, vote for him.
Yeah. Absolutely, you guys. Honestly, I promised everybody that I would try to do the Titanic, but honestly, I would rather do Pacific Rim. But if it turns out that the Titanic wins, then that's just the way it's going to have to go. There's nothing else I can do about that, because I am going to do a fan build. Whichever fan build people want me to do. Alrighty, here we go. And you just saw me wipe my fingers crossed there. Now that's what I use these the bottoms and stuff of these this paper bag from a grocery store, is to keep my fingers clean. Because if you do not do that, you will find that you will have stuff stick to your fingers that shouldn't stick, but it will. Okay, what we got here? Alrighty. Is there any questions you guys have about what I do and what I'm building? I'd be happy to answer them for you. Sometimes it gets a little difficult to just do nothing but talking, because I don't know what to say. I do pretty good. But sometimes, I run out of stuff to say. If you guys have got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. And a big question is, how long have I been doing this? I have been building with just paper for 16 years. January 1st will start my 17th year of building with paper. And so all these amazing things that I've built, I've taught myself how to do. And it's It's what your mind can do for you. All right? Your mind can do anything you set your mind to do. And somebody says, well, I'm going to set my mind. Yeah. In other words, study. Never stop learning. And if you never stop learning, you will be doing things that people of your same age will not. Because they're stuck with a job and they don't really like their job, but it's some money and they got to do it. And, well, I never could do that. I would be at a job for a year, 2 years, 3 years sometimes, and be better at that job than my boss. Well, unfortunately, the way my brain works, once I got good like that, I quit, would go to work somewhere else. That's why I've been able to take all of my job experience over the probably 60 years of working and put them all into paper engineering. So I've learned how to do all of this stuff because of all the things that I've done in my lifetime. So if you never stop learning, by the time you're 70 years old like I am, you will have learned a bazillion things. And I don't know if that's even a word, but it's a lot. And so that is what you should do. Never stop learning.
You want to show something, maybe the Halo Warthog?
Yes, I can do that. Let me, wait a minute. That's 4 of them. Let me get this piece on, and I will do that. Now, see, what I am building is, this is going to hold the battery box in place. Okay? And it has to float inside of this. And the only way you can get that to happen is you have to build your battery box to float inside. That means I need 2 pieces on this side, 2 pieces on this side, sand it down so that it'll slide in and out, and then maybe wrap it with a piece of this paper, and then glue it and stick it into place. Okay, let me see here. Let's do this. Alrighty. There we go. All right, got that. Got those. Put those there so they don't get lost. Now, where in the world? Oh, there it is. It's up there, Coach. Okay, I can get it without even getting out of... Uh-oh. Do not knock anything down. Okay, you guys. We're going to show you this here build. Now, I'm going to have to retrofit this, I think. This was monster truck wheels, springs, and tires that I got off that toy. Now, this toy truck right here, that's where I got these lights out of, was out of this toy truck that I built. Before I tore it apart, threw all the plastic away, most of it. But anyway, this is what I decided. I wanted to build a monster truck because I had the tires and wheels. And so, ta-da!
Shooter is in.
Who is?
Shooter.
Shooter. Hi, Shooter. Welcome to the show. Anyway, the gun works, and Master Chief will come out of the seat. Yeah, but I made the seat fit his bum, and so he stays in there. But anyway, this is a monster truck. I haven't, I needed another vehicle, and so I got one. Yeah. So, what can you make out of paper? Everything. Uh-oh. I gotta put this back. No, and I can't do it from down there. I have to get up to do it. All right. You might like aircraft. Okay.
Can we see the bird of prey after this, Mike?
Yes. Yep, I can show the bird of prey. This is an A10 made out of a cracker box. This is the best cracker box A10 on the planet. Matter of fact, I think it's the only one. It's burp, gun with wings. All right. Oh, hey, you guys. Anyone that has a 3D printer? Now, I know a lot of folks got 3D printers. I need a 1-inch tall Klingon bird of prey. It has to be able to fit inside of an egg ornament. Reason being is I got 2 batleth earrings at a thrift store for 50 cents, and I want to put a Klingon bird of prey inside of an egg that I can hang the batleths from the top and the bottom of the egg. And people might be wondering, what do you mean top and bottom of the egg? Well, the top of the egg hangs like this, and the bottom of the egg has this. And I want to put a batleth on the top and the bottom of it and have a Klingon bird of prey inside, but it needs to be 1 inch tall on its stand. You know, so if somebody could do that, I would gladly pay you to do that for me.
There are websites you can do where you can go and find people with 3D printers near you, right?
Okay.
And commission them to do stuff like that.
All right.
I'll see if I can find one.
Okay, that's cool.
Minnie is it?
Hi, Minnie. Nice to see you.
Put the camera back.
Oh, oops. There we go. Now, this is what I'm working on, and I have to keep straightening this because it's wet. And as long as your paper is damp, until you get it like glued on like this, it won't stay straight. It'll warp. So that's something you have to watch out for on a regular basis, is warpage with your paper. Because Elmer's glue or PVA glue is wet. Yeah, it is 95%, I think, water and 5% adhering solution, or basically glue. And that's the same with PVA glue. So when this stuff is wet, it's more malleable. It wants to move around on you. And so that's another thing that I have learned over the years, is you have to keep this stuff extremely straight until you get ready to put it in place. Once you put it in place, it'll dry in that order. It's like if I got to build a curved wall. All right, when this is malleable, I can turn it like this, and once it dries like that, then I get that perfect shape. But it's all stuff that you have to learn how to do. Not hard, just takes practice. If you're an advanced model builder, take this on. This is a hobby that will absolutely keep your brain going for the rest of your life, because you have to figure out how to make everything. It's like making the legs work on this mini AT-AT. All right, I wasn't sure how was I going to make that work. Well, what I did was, once I got this part of the leg done and these ready to put on there, I put a staple, a part of a staple, in through this body part, and then I squeezed these onto it and glued them together. And what that did is that gave me a joint that works. What, Grant?
The puppy.
Yeah, the AT-AT puppy. Uh-huh. Okay, now I've got both of those done.
What, Mike, the at from Rogue One, I think it's Rogue One. So the original at didn't have those side doors, but the one in Rogue One had those side doors where they deployed troops.
Yes, and that's because they found out that with those without doors on it, they could shoot missiles and rockets into those openings and wipe out all the troops. Okay, that's why they enclosed them. And they also used those AT-ATs as transports.
And you built a ST as well, eh?
Yes, I did. I built a scout transport. Absolutely.
You enjoy the legs you create. Great.
Thank you.
Oh, you have yourself a new member, Mike Celeste, the Trekkie Tracker 35. He's now a Paper Army Bronze member.
Oh, thank you, Celeste. You can go to our Discord site now and post pictures of stuff you make. That would be very cool.
They just renewed their membership.
Oh, that's cool, Celeste. Have you had a chance to post any pictures of stuff you do, Celeste? As you can see, that is starting to come together. Now, I should probably slide that up there a little bit so that I can sand that down. See, I goofed up here. I should have...
She hasn't posted any yet.
All right, Celeste. That would be neat. Celeste, what do you like to make? I don't care if it's jewelry, crochet, hot rod trucks and cars. What do you like to make? Matter of fact, what does everybody like to make? Me, I like making stuff. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Hi, grandfather.
Hi, grandkid. Nice to see ya. I hope you had a good weekend. All right, you guys, that's what that looks like. Now, I have to set that down there and let it dry. And then I have to fit it into here.
Nat says she likes to make polymer clay creations.
Oh, that is awesome. I would love to see some of your polymer clay creations if you'd post some pictures on Discord. All right. No. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. Don't know what else to do. Yeah, I do too. All right. The battery box has got to hold off for a little while. Now what? Okay, now I'm going to go over here. And I'm looking at the engines on this. Now here is, see this? It's a lump. All right, so I just go in here like so, and I slice it open like that, and pop this piece out like so. This is what I've done. Now, there's a couple things you can do. You can trim this just a little tiny bit, and what that will do is that'll let that all fit down on there better.
People from Northern Ireland, England, South Africa, Minnesota.
Welcome, everybody. We have a truly world audience here. And thank you all for joining my phone show. Dental tools. You can get them at Harbor Freight. They sell them on Amazon. They come in really handy for doing glue like what I'm doing right now. And so that little piece gets glued back down tight. All right, now what this is doing is, this is making your engine build more uniform, because no matter how you do it, when you wrap paper with glue in it, it stretches weird. And when it dries, it has lumps and bumps. I have learned how to take those lumps and bumps out and make a more perfect build out of it. And there's a couple ways to do this. I can take this and I can sand that edge down just a tiny bit. And what that does is that lets that fit together better. Okay.
Someone wants to know why paper.
Why paper? It's cheap. It doesn't cost you nothing. Elmer's glue, PVA glue, it's also cheap. And hobbies today can run you in the thousands of dollars to make your hobby. Personally, I'm not a fan of that. I've never had the extra money to be able to spend thousands of dollars on a hobby. But this is junk mail. You can see it right here. I use junk mail. I use paper bags from the grocery store. And all the bodies, all of these body parts, this is all recycled paper too. All right? And it's chipboard. Don't confuse it with particle board. Chipboard. Ta-da! Easy to get. You eat the food or drink it, and you get the building materials left over. Okay, that engine is now in better shape. Sand down the high spots. Dremel light. I tell you what, this thing has been a lifesaver for me. It has literally saved me thousands and thousands of hours of build time. Now, you can see the definition difference between here and here. That is the part of the engine that has to look right. Okay, because it's all part of making something look like the drawing or the picture that you're using. Now, I know that this goes in this far. All right, so basically, right here.
Family give you extra materials that you use.
No, I've never had to borrow materials or ask for materials from my family. I just in what I eat alone, I have a plethora, or in other words, lots of building material. Okay, so now, and I've got to carry this on over to here. And I believe it was this piece right there is what I used. Yep, all right.
Got 100 likes, Mike. You want to show the status quo?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Let me get this piece checked out here first. Now, this is what I want right there. Okay, put that there. Put that there. And we need this. As soon as I get this line put on here, I'll show you the Star Destroyer, you guys. Now, my Star Destroyer, the Star Destroyer was 536 hours build time. It took me over 11,390 pieces of paper to build it. It was an insane hard build. Now, the thing that made it so difficult was all of the side pieces everywhere on it had to be built in modular units, and then I had to glue them into place. All right, got that done. Put that over there, that over there. Raise this back up there. Nice having a selfie stick. And here it is. I used Nike shoe boxes to make the body of this. Then I used soda cracker boxes for all of the skin, armor, and detail work. That was hard. Building all of those modular units and then gluing them into place, because they all had to be different. All the way around this ship, every piece of it all the way around is different. I made two similar, but never alike. This is Darth Vader's Devastator Star Destroyer. And people might say, how do you know it was Darth Vader's Devastator? Because there's an Easter egg hiding on it that proves that it's Darth Vader's Devastator.
You're loving that. Amazing. It's great.
This is a super cool build, you guys. But now if you take this on, it's going to be, if you build for an hour a night, this will take you 1.5 years or 2 years to build. And believe me, it's not a Lego. Okay? You can't do that with a Lego. They explode.
People are saying Lucas would be impressed.
Saying, what would be great?
Lucas would be impressed.
Oh, yeah, I think Lucas would be. Maybe someday somebody will get a hold of Lucas and let him know what kind of amazing stuff I've done. And believe me, it's not all. I have done many Star Wars ships. This A-Wing, now how did I build this? This was actually fairly fun. I had somebody brought me this. Brought me a die-cast A-Wing. Okay, and I looked at that and I went, you know what? I want to make, this is 3 inches. This one is 9 inches. So all I had to do was measure any of this and add it 3 times over. And that's what I ended up with, was building an A-Wing. And this is just acrylic paint. That's all I use is acrylic paint. My oldest build, right here. This Millennium Falcon that I didn't know even what it looked like, except it's basically, I knew its base shape. This is 16 years old. This will be 17 years old, January 1. And I kept building these. And because this one wasn't very good, and then the guys blew it up in the game, so I had to make another one for them. And I made this one. You can see just a little bit detail work back here and up here, and the guns. I changed it because I knew it needed to be better. And anyway, those weren't very good either. So I made another one later on. I made this one. Now this one became much more close to an actual Falcon. I got better with all of this. Each build was a little bit better. And then I made this one. And now this one was really good compared to the other. And so, that is your progression of how things go when you're learning how to do something new. Is you start out and you get better. And now I can do it.
You should have your own museum.
I should have, but I don't have $50 million to make my own museum. I would like to do that. But, yeah. So, anyway, now we're where I am now. I am building all kinds of cool stuff. Someone
says, little did you know that the Falcon would turn into a whole forever passion.
Yes, that's true. I did not. And here's the thing about this Falcon. The only reason I even did this was where I was at. I had Elmer's glue and I had paper I could get. Otherwise, there was not much. It cost too much to get building material, supplies and stuff. And so I started playing a Star Wars game with some guys, and they had a piece of paper this big. That was their Millennium Falcon in the RPG. And I didn't know. And so I ate a box of mac and cheese and cut it all out and built this from a mac and cheese box, Elmer's glue, and acrylic paint. 16 years ago. And we played with this for a week. And on Friday, one of the guys asked me, "Can you make more?" And I went, sure. And I never quit building. That was 16 years ago. And now I'm building stuff like this Hammerhead Corvette that is crashing. And I'm putting fiber optic light in it. And you can see the fiber optics here. All of this is, each one of those goes into a tube. Thank you, Grant, for teaching me about that tube idea. And anyway, I just keep building. I've never quit.
Definitely want to know on your first falcon that you built, what are those different colors? Is that different paper?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, that's a good one, Nat. Why has this got different colored pieces of paper on it? Well, in the game, the GM wanted me to start running the game because I was always so far ahead of him, he couldn't figure out how to keep up with me. And I was a player. And so he asked me to take over the game. And so I did. And first thing I did was send the guys on an archaeological expedition out in unknown space in a microgalaxy. Well, they managed to blow the Falcon up. They were, anyway, it was a calamity of errors that they never made again. But they blew this one up, and it took them 6 months of game time to rebuild it with parts that didn't match the Falcon. They had to make stuff, and geez, it was just a wow. It was fun. And so once they got home, I built them a new Falcon, and they put Patch in the graveyard. But yes, these were all different places that they had to patch and fix to keep the craft together enough so that they could get home. I really enjoyed being a GM in Star Wars. I just had so many ideas, and I used them all. I played with the same basic guys for almost 10 years. Before, I couldn't think of anything new, and I decided that I had to give it up. And anyway, and so 10 years of scenarios. And I had guys coming over, "Hey, can I play?" And there was no room. I didn't have any room for new players. And the guys that were playing said, no, you can't play. I'm not going to go away. And so anyway.
What do you use to protect from water?
Acrylic paint protects from water. All of these things. These are 16 years old toys. And they have acrylic paint on them, which means unless you sink them in the bathtub, they're not going to get hurt. Now, if you sink them in the bathtub, oh yeah, they'll explode. But otherwise, moisture does not affect these.
Someone says, what paper do you use? I want to build a working plane. Do you think it's a good idea to use paper for it?
Are you talking about an RC plane?
I haven't answered yet. I'll let you know when they answer.
Okay. Okay, so put that over there. And as far as paper goes, all of my stuff is chipboard. You can look this up. Chipboard. All right. It's not cardboard. Cardboard will not work.
Yes, an RC plane.
Okay. Number one, you can get RC planes that are just absolutely fantastic cool. If you're going to try and build an RC plane out of paper, I have to tell you, it's a good luck, because that is a super hard build for me to do. And I don't know if I could achieve it or not. You need servos in it. You're going to need to have an engine in it of some kind to get it to take off. And whether or not you can get enough lift to get it off the ground, because paper and Elmer's glue gets heavy once you get enough of it built, because you have to have all kinds of cross members. See how this is built here with these pieces together? You'll have to build just like this if you want to make an RC craft. All right. Well, the more this gets built up, the heavier it gets. I think it can be done because I know the nature of humans in building.
They can bolt the frame out of balsa wood and cover the thing with paper if they want.
Yes, that's an idea, because a lot of RC vehicles were made out of balsa wood when I was a kid. So that is entirely possible. I don't think it would be a good idea in the respect that the first time you crash it, you might destroy it bad enough that you can't fix it. And after you spend 300 or 400 hours building something like that, you don't want to wreck it. So honestly, I think it would be better if you just bought a kit and built your RC from a kit.
Do you think it will be durable?
No, it will not be durable. It's paper. And so if you crash it, it's not going to be good. Uh-oh. Aw, I moved it out of place. Oh well. Put that back, put that back.
Ariel Lorian is here.
Hi, Ariel. Welcome to the show.
Oh, they're asking if balsa wood is durable.
Balsa wood is not durable. It'll break. That's why they went to foam. And because the balsa wood, when you crash a balsa wood plane and it breaks the spars in it, you can't fix it. It's done.
Oh, it's not Ariel, it's Efron.
Efron. Oh, it's Efron.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
their name's different.
Changed your name? No. Anyway. Okay. All right, you guys. Now what I've got here is I want to strengthen this up a little bit. So let's see. Is this still going to fit in there okay? Oh, yeah, it still goes in there right away. Not a problem. All right. Well, matter of fact, let's put this in here like that. And now let's see if this will fit in here.
Oh, he's got two different accounts. Efron is the gaming YouTube account, and this one is the viewing account.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, I'm gonna have to put some struts on this one. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to strengthen this up some. And so what I need to do is I need to put some gussets in here. And the easiest way to do that is you cut a piece off like this. Now, when you have a square piece like that, and you take and diagonally cut it from corner to corner, it gives you two 90-degree gussets. Now all I have to do is put some Elmer's glue on this baby, just like this. And put it on here like so. Now I got that glue on there just like that. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put that piece on like that. And then I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to put it on right there. Okay, let's make sure I got those square. All right. Sometimes they can be a pain in the backside to do, but that's okay. We'll just add a little bit of extra bonding agent right there, like that, and put it on there again, like so. And then take that piece and make sure it's square. See, now across them from each other, straight across from each other here to here. And that gives you your added strength to keep this piece upright. And I'm going to do that again on the other side. This time I'm just going to add glue to both pieces rather than try to get it to go across with the same amount of glue from one. All right. And this is all stuff that you learn, that I have learned from building. Everything from houses to hot rods and boats and aircraft. All different building aspects of what I've done in my lifetime. This is the culmination of it all. Why did that not want to glue down there? I don't know.
Everyone wants to know if that is for the battery removal.
Yes, this is the battery box. It is going inside of the Hammerhead Corvette. And you have to build everything, all right? This is just like fabricating anything on a motor, engine, aircraft, boat, does not matter what it is. If you are building it yourself, even from a kit, if you're building it from a kit, you have to learn how to build the parts that the kit doesn't always have. And so, I built this battery box last week. Now, you see this end here, how square this is? Well, when I got this all wrapped up, I cut these four corners here, and then I folded it and glued it together, and then I put the battery box in here, and then I squeezed it. I put a block of wood on here, put a block of wood on here, and I squeezed it with one of my my little wood clamps. And I let it sit over the weekend. That was 2 weekends ago. And what it did is it made a perfect battery compartment out of paper. And it's so perfect that the battery just slides in and out that easy. Okay, well, I just noticed something. There's a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to grab some of this here Elmer's glue. Just like that, a little dot on there, like so. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to put it in place. Because what has happened is, there's a gap between this piece of paper and this piece of paper. And I do not want that. And so by adding the Elmer's glue to it, what I have done is I have created a better bond. And when that all dries up, that becomes a solid piece. And fabricating this battery box, you guys, is just like fabricating anything else. You just have to learn how to fabricate stuff. And once you do, there's no limit to what you can do. None. Miniature sand crawler. a Back to the Future DeLorean. Okay, it does not matter. Once you learn this, you can build anything you want. I want to make bugs. Well, guess what? These iris petal wings are flowers, just dried flowers on bendy wire. So, that's what you can do. Anything you want. It does take practice. Okay? It does take practice. All right, now set that down and let that dry. I think. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm going to let that dry. Well, let's take the battery out and set it down like that. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to put this back by my fan. And what it will do is it will dry it faster. Oh, I better show you guys this too. This is what I worked on all weekend. I had to do egg ornaments for the family because I don't have the extra money to buy gifts, so I build them egg ornaments. This is a goose egg. Now, when Scovey and Joy, when their geese start laying eggs, I'm going to go up to their house and I'm going to teach them how to do this. And in doing that, they're going to give me some goose eggs to build with. Because goose eggs, a lot of your very good porcelain things, like this goat, are 3 and 4 inches tall. Well, goose eggs are the only eggs that are actually big enough to be able to put this stuff in. And as you can see, I'm starting to put the sequins and the beads on it. And once that's done, then I have to face this edging on all 3 holes. And this egg will be done. Probably not done till next weekend. Only because it takes a long time to do this stuff. This eggshell ornaments are not easy to do either. Alrighty, let's see here. How we doing? Okay, that's drying. That means I should actually probably work on this piece again. All right, now I put this line on here, right there, because that is the distance between this and this that the engine starts to swell up again. Because these engines are not uniform all the way around. The front side, this up here, is the same diameter as this. But these come back up into the air a ways, and I have to make them all fit right. All right, well, in doing so, you have to make all 4 engines look similar, but yet be each individual engine. Now, the bottom one is shaped completely different than the top 3. You've got 1, 2, 3, and this one is different. It's a different shape. Thank you for the flowers. Awesome news. And as you can see, I take this wire and I build up around here.
Efron says a nativity scene in an egg would be cool.
Yes, Efron, I've had them. I used to do them a lot. The problem with that is you cannot get any good micro nativity scenes anymore. See here? I am not a fan of this Elmer's for this. They keep letting go. And I don't know if it's because of the paint job. I don't know what it is. But I have not been a fan. Look at that. It's all coming off. Okay. Well, something I can do is I can rough the paint job up with this sandpaper.
Why don't you use super glue because it's different material? It should work.
Yeah, it would, but it's super glue's expensive. And And you can glue things to your fingers really easy working with this small stuff. Now, just by roughing this up like what I did right there, roughing up the paint, now this will stick.
I just subscribed to your channel.
Oh, thank you very much for your subscription. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me see here. I need this. And if you just subscribe, thank you very much. What I'm working on right now is I'm building a Hammerhead Corvette that crashes into a Star Destroyer in the movie Rogue One from Star Wars.
Hi. Everyone says that model arts are getting less popular, but they can 3D print you some nativity stuff if you want.
Oh, that would be fantastic. It all has to be an inch or less. If you can 3D print me nativity scenes, I would love to pay you for what you're doing. That would be fantastic news.
And what about the Klingon Warbird? Bird of Prey?
Oh yeah, the Klingon bird of prey. That's what I need right more than anything else right now is a 1-inch Klingon bird of prey on a stand.
Oh wow, they've got a resin printer, Mike. That means they can do incredibly fine detail, very, very small.
Oh, wow, that's awesome news. Resin printer. I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's very high tech. Can Miranda put up your email address? Well, actually, you know what? I'll tell him to contact you in Discord.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to put this stuff back on here. Oh, boy. The problem with this is it never goes back on as good as the first time, which absolutely stinks, but it is the nature of building. And I am very good at putting stuff back together, but I don't like to do that. It's better if you build it right the first time and it stays put. I didn't realize that this Elmer's that I've got is not very good glue when it comes to doing egg ornaments. Okay.
Your camera's still high, man.
Okay, now back to this. Actually, now this is interesting what I have to do. All right, the front of this, actually, you can see how this is shaped. It comes across here and it drops down into the front. And there's a couple of different ways to do this. Say what, Grant?
30 minutes.
Wow, there's only 30 minutes of the show left, you guys. Oh. All right, so this junk mail here is very cool because it's got such fine print. The print is so narrow that I can actually use it as a cut line. So I'm going to take 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to cut this right along there. And 3. I don't have to put lines on it or nothing. Huh. Wait a second. Let's look at that. Oh, yeah. Still 3. Okay. All right. Now,
I like how you just live and pick up that pink thing.
there's all kinds of building methods that I have learned over the years. Lots of them. And from building hot rod boats and cars and houses, and that I have learned. I had a small welding career for a while, and I learned how to do an awful lot of things with that. I worked in sheet metal for quite a few years with my family, and so learning how to do things basically is a lifelong chore. And I have spent my whole life building, and I don't plan on stopping now. I'm taking all of my life experiences and I am adding them to this paper engineering that I do. Because all the things I do in my lifetime, I can also use in building my craft. That's 2 layers. Now look at this and see what kind of angle I've got. I don't think it's enough. It needs to be more like this. All right, so I'm going to put this 3rd layer of paper on it, and I might have to do a 4th one. And I'll show you why this is happening.
Someone wants to know, do you have any resource recommendations on making mechanical stuff with paper?
No. No.
Tutorials.
I have tutorials. If you get a $2.98 membership, you can go to see my tutorials and then talk on Discord and ask questions. And I would be happy to help you. Anything that I can do to help. And I need to show you some stuff first. All right. There's ways to make joints and all kinds of cool stuff. But it does take a tad bit of practice, let me tell you.
You want to show them something mechanical you made out of paper, Mike?
Yes, I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, well, these ear guns, all right, these are on turrets. Because they're fiber optics inside there, you can actually use these turrets. You can spin them all the way around, but it's, I don't advise that because you get them wound up if you forget what you're doing. This here. All right, this is a F-14 Tomcat. Now, you can build this so that the inside of the wings have got fingers on them like this so that they will work on their own. I didn't want to do that. It's very difficult to do that on this small scale. I used plastic Q-tips inside the chassis to let these wings sweep in and out. Okay, let's see here. Basic axles. Kind of simple. Once you learn how to make an axle like this, that's basically what I did. I used an axle to make the wings on the F-14 Tomcat. Nah, that's kind of it.
The tank tracks, the gun turrets.
Oh, that's right. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys. Now, these turrets. They work extremely well, and they're super durable because that's a pin. I wrapped paper around it, then I used wax on it so it wouldn't gall up. Hydraulics, easy enough to work with. Tank tracks. These are the best ones I've ever made right here. They're made out of Q-tips, and wow. But yeah, the gun barrels and you guys, they go all the way around. You can make hinges so that you can make trap doors. So yes, there are a lot of mechanical things you can do. Not always easy. In here, I used a cut down piece of a staple. I put it through the leg, the upper leg, then I squeezed these pieces onto it to give it the articulation. This piece, these can move also because they are also on a staple. It's just simple mechanics. It's nothing very, very difficult, but you have to take the time to do it. Now, that was 4 layers of paper to get this definition. Now what I have is I have this has to look like this going down through here. Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. But now that that is there, now what I need to do is I need to, yeah, what do I need to do? Well, I've got to have that same definition this way because this all becomes a solid piece. And those, all right, there's the pieces that run from here to here all run this direction. So I can't keep winding this stuff up because it won't look right. But I have to do another piece on here. So, and I already cut this one. So let's go ahead and put this on because I think this is correct. No, not quite. Almost correct.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Eddie.
Just in time, Eddie. Do you mind chatting? I need to go take care of business.
I guess.
Oh, my, but I can't talk.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so this is actually a little too wide, but it's going to work just fine. I will cut a notch out as I go around here. All right, see, I'll just take this off like that. Just took that corner off. This is where I started, right there, and then I just go around. And so now we add some bonding agent, Elmer's glue or PVA. The stuff works extremely well with paper. It does not work well on egg ornaments, as I found out. So I may have to reconsider all the egg ornaments I made. They're going to be, parts are going to be coming off them for the next 20 years. And then I'm sad about that because I don't like to build something that's going to come apart. Come on now. Go on there just like that. All right. So now we got to get this all the way around to here to see if it's going to go on straight. There it is. That's straight. All right. So now what I've got is I've got this here. That means I have to trim this just like this. Just put a slice in it like that. Now what that does is that allows you to put your wires in there.
Somebody said super glue will fix that egg issue.
Of course, super glue is too stupid expensive to fix that egg issue, because the egg issue is ongoing and it takes lots and lots of glue to do that. You can't afford super glue. I mean, some people can afford it. I cannot.
Hey, Nocturne's in, Mike.
Nocturne's in. Oh, hi, Nocturne. Welcome. All right, so now that is going on there just like that. And super glue dries so fast, you cannot production work stuff with super glue. Because you got to put on 500 pieces. All right? One piece at a time is okay, except it takes you too long to do that the super glue will already start to dry up on you.
Nocturne says, a pleasure to catch you all. Long time indeed. Glad I could get back in here.
Absolutely, Nocturne. Nice to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. And all I do is I just bend that around there like that. I learned this little trick in carpeting when I worked carpets. And that just folds around there, stays damp, and it'll eventually dry right up.
Edward says, hey, Mike. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Grant. Hey, Derek. Hey, Noc. How y'all doing?
Howdy, Titan. And now, this definition between here and here, it really doesn't show up much now. But once you get your paint on here, it will show a lot better.
You're incredible, Mike.
Aw, thank you very much. It,
Keep all your bills?
no, I've sold a bunch. I've got over 85 pieces worldwide. I keep most of them because I don't want to sell them. But
Are you working on the Hammerhead Corvette, Mike?
I am.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
He says, can't complain. Had the last movie night while I'm still home, Edward said.
That's cool, Edric. Because that dipped down right there, I added a couple of pieces of paper in there and raised it up. And those are all little things that you learn over time to watch for. Okay.
15 minutes left, Mike.
15 minutes, only 15 more minutes of the show, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 hours earlier.
Man, this show just flew by, Mike. Feels like I haven't even been here.
Well, you haven't, Eddie.
Yeah, I actually have, Mike. I'm always here.
What? Okay.
I'm always right over your shoulder, Mike.
Uh-huh. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lock everything into place with it. Now, you learn over time what you can get away with and what you can't. This piece, I don't have to have it solid. This engine doesn't have to be solid all the way down. Because of what I'm getting ready to do with this, it should this piece that I'm putting on here right now should be fine, not backed up with anything else. Because
he's tempted to do another fighter ship soon. Been retouching the paint on the one he did back in May.
oh, that's cool. Yeah. The more pieces of paper that you put on something, the stronger your build gets. Paper, of course, is wood. All right, so when you start laminating paper, what you're basically doing is you're creating like plywood. Now, this is what I have to do with this one. All right, so I'm going to look on here. It is right there. Okay, so that means I need to cut it right down that line.
Edwards wanted to join yesterday and randomly walk up to my parents and introduce them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go help my daughter. I couldn't have a show yesterday. And I tell you what, Titan, I'll get this together. Hopefully, we'll figure out a better time for everyone to be able to come and see at school. All right, because so far, Sundays have not worked out good.
Was that thing strong enough to blow up a treehouse? Never mind, Mike, don't answer him.
Don't be stupid. Don't come into my show and be stupid. Because all it will do when you come into my show and be stupid is it'll get you kicked out. We're not going to put up with that moronic stuff.
Joy again.
Hi, Joy. Joy, are your geese laying eggs yet? This piece right here is a goose egg, Joy.
Well, Mike, you're really busy building, so I guess you don't need the last 10 minutes to read. You look like you're doing pretty good. Unless you have something you want to.
Well, since my camera's been all screwed up, nobody said anything.
It looks fine to me.
Howdy, Paper Army. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Joy.
Nocturne donated.
Thank you, Nocturne. Very much. Pepsi? Absolutely. All right, Titan. I will try to actually get this Sunday to work. I don't think I'll be working with my daughter this weekend. At least I hope not. What I'm making right now, I'll show you. This is a engine to this is the engine to the Hammerhead Corvette. I've got 4 of these. Very, very cool what this is. And so, hence the wires to run the LED that's down in here. This is kind of the way it started, like this. And now I have to build these, all of these. See, this is going to go on here, and 4 of them for the Hammerhead Corvette. And I believe it's got to go like that. But anyway, no, not quite. About like that, I think is how this has to be. Yeah. And so anyway, this is the build process of what I'm doing right now, because these all have to be lit up. That means all of these wires have to go through these little holes. They have to be able to attach up here to the switch, so that when you turn the switch on, all the lights on the Hammerhead Corvette turn on. Huh. I'm probably going to have to buy me some rechargeable 9 volts. Anyway.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
we love you.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show. No show Wednesday and Thursday for New Year's. Okay.
Yeah. We agreed on that, right?
I don't know. We agreed on Christmas. I didn't know that the New Year's was going to be the same. I figured New Year's Day I wouldn't have a show because everybody's going to.
Because Grant and Natalie are going to be gone on New Year's Eve, and then Derek and I have plans on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
New Year's Day.
All right. Sounds good. There's no show on New Year's, you guys. I'm letting the crew have the day off, 2 days off.
Yeah, 9-volt batteries are super expensive, Mike. Rechargeable ones?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
the thing is, rechargeable 9 volts, if it depends on how fast this drains. Once I get this built, if I turn it on and like an hour later it's dead, because I'm putting a lot of lights on this thing. If that's the case, then yes, I will be buying a rechargeable 9 volt. And so, but anyway, oh yeah, I remember what I did. I put it back here to dry. Okay. This is the 9-volt battery box. All of this goes inside of here. And all of this is going to fit in there. Now I have to see that. That is a little bit tight. Okay, oops. Yeah, it's a lot tight. Okay, that has to be up and down like that. Those fit there. But this is now... Okay, so now that I know how tight that fits, I made these way too big. So I just take and grab a hold of it here so it doesn't move much. What?
if you want to pull the show on New Year's Eve, you can. Because it doesn't make no sense because it's midnight, so.
Well, yeah, because the show's over with. All right. Yes, I want to do Wednesday show. All right. But there will be no show on the 1st. Everybody's going to be recuperating from New Year's Eve. And so, New Year's Day, no show.
Sorry, Mike. I don't know why I thought it was a holiday.
It's okay, Eddie. No worries. All right. That ran out of juice. It means I got to charge it up. But that's why I have 2 rotary tools. This Bauer is the other rotary that I've got. And let's use the heavy sander because I'm sanding 4 layers. And so I need a heavier sanding board. No, I did not.
Well,
I got 5 minutes of the show left. Hey, guys. Matter of fact, I actually had hot tamales this weekend over at Teresa's house. Yeah, absolutely, you guys. Alrighty, I can do this because I happen to know how. Get your hot tamales here, everybody. Fresh off the grill. Yeah, you get them out of a frying pan, too. Yeah, hot tamales. And I never did find my cardstock that has my hot tamale on it. I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. Get your hot tamales here, everybody, off the bobby. And here's the cool thing. If you drop it on the floor, you pick it up, it's wrapped in corn skin. You know, the stuff that wraps around corn. So you just unwrap it, it's clean underneath. Get your hot tamales here, everybody. Welcome to the phone show. It's the end of the phone show. I'll be back tomorrow, though, everyone. And absolutely, you guys, if you need web pages built, Grant is amazing at it. If you go to paperarmy.net, Grant built that. If you go to our Discord site, Grant built that. So please, if you need a web page built, get a hold of Grant. And hot tamales are the little red candies. And I had one here somewhere, and I don't know what happened to it. It was right there. It was right there, and it's gone. I don't know what the heck happened to it. Aw. That's okay. Anyway, hot tamales. Alrighty. Now what I have to do, see, is I have to cut 1/8 strips, and they have to go on here like this. This is the front of the engine that is going to be all hidden away. Yep. I think I got this now. Okie dokie.
2 minutes, Mike.
2 minutes of the show left, you guys, and I gotta go. I will be back tomorrow for another live show 2 hours earlier than right now, if you'd like to attend. Okay. These engines are going to be on here like this. There's 4 of them on a Hammerhead Corvette.
DJ's in.
GJ. Well, common madness. That's like normal madness, everyone. It's common. Everybody has it. It's how you deal with it that makes you better or worse than somebody else. And I will definitely stay safe. Navigational. That's navigation. Navigation control. You're talking about steering wheels. Keeps you in between the ditches. Thank you, navigation. Sorry you caught the end of the show. I have to go. I'll be back tomorrow 2 hours earlier, navigation. If you're following me, you can set up notifications and it'll let you know I'm here. But anyway, 2 hours earlier tomorrow, I'll be live again. I got to go right now. I got all kinds of stuff I have to do. It's just one of those kind of things. It's just, I'm busy all the time. So, but anyway, everybody, let's remember something. Number 1, never stop learning. Yeah, never stop learning. Never. There's no point in stopping learning. As soon as you do, you become stale. That's not happening to me. And remember, the power of the spoken word. It's important. We need to change the way the world thinks about each other. We need to stop fighting each other because there's a couple of reasons. And here they are. It doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter where you are. Does not matter who you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. And it doesn't matter what religion you are either. We all live on the third rock from the sun. Makes us human beings, everyone. Let's start being better human beings, shall we? I think it's a good idea. There's too many people getting hurt for nothing. Take care, Paper Army. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 hours earlier.